All right, so today we're just going to go over some basic moves that are required for the Nunchuck kata. So these moves are going to be required somewhere in there. Okay, so first thing, just notice that I like to use one of the chains, but you can use the rope ones. This part here, the butt, you have to use the butt as some kind of striking force. So maybe I would come down like in a reverse strike here or a hammer fist and come down. You do have to use the nunchucks as a block, so preferably maybe like a rising block. You can come up with both like so. So that's two things right there. You also have to be able to do the figure eight. So the slow motion, I'm basically doing this motion right here. Now if you hold it near the end, you got more reach. But if you hold it near, choke up on it, then you may have a little bit more speed. So either one is will be appropriate when you make up your kata. So again, your kata has to include all these things. All right, so another move that you're going to have to do is the under over. So the under over also is a strike. So when I come up, that's like uppercut strike, and you have to be able to grab it here. I'm going to release it, and then I'm going to come up. So now we have an upward strike here, and then we're alternating the sides like so. You have to be able to do this pretty comfortably. Once you get through that, then you want to add the motions. Like I might drop it here and go straight into the figure eight, and then catch it. So this is a catch. And then the release, we will have to call a head crusher or head knocker. Come around and catch it here again. So I try to do it in slow motion. I'm going to come overhead, like vertically, and catch it. Just like so. Now for that motion, you're going to do figure eights. You can go under and over again, like so. And then the next motion we probably want to do is an actual strike. So an actual strike, I'm going to kind of capture it here really tightly, and then I'm going to come around and strike, and then capture it like that, and then you can go right back to the head knocker as well. And then you might want to mess around with the figure eight for practice. Now again, when you're doing the actual kata, these will be in place like you're making it up, and I always recommend pinning on two. The next motion is like a crowd clear, going back and forth like this. You can also do crowd clears from the side. And then of course you might do side swings. And you can also do a crowd clear above your head. So the next motion that's a little bit more dangerous when you first start is like what we call a groin check or leg check. I'm going to come here and be able to go back and forth like so. And you might go back and forth like that. And then you go right straight back to the under. Again, when you're warming up and practicing, you can do any of these motions here, and you see how I'm mixing it all in. Okay. Now the next motion is kind of difficult. You can do it two different ways. So you have what we call a knee knocker. So here, you can just turn your grip here, which is kind of an awkward grip. Notice how my wrist is. I don't really feel all that safe with it, and then I can go back and forth here. Now you could be a little sneaky in here, and then rotate and grab it like this instead, and do the knee knocker like so. You could do it that way. My favorite way to do it is actually using the extra credit move, which is the flip over your hand. So I'm going to try to do this in slow motion so you can see when I come here, let the momentum capture it and grab it on that side. It's easy to do it. In slow motion again, I come here and I roll it over like that. So in regular motion, I come here, spin, go back here, and like so. Now the next motion that you may be interested in doing, because it is required, is the pass behind the back. So you want to, when you hold it, you want to kind of slide down very subtly to the end, and in slow motion, I'm going to come across here, and I'm going to catch it right there with that hand. See how it's kind of difficult? And then I'm going to come around here, and eventually you can come here and kind of mess with it. So that kind of motion is kind of something you have to practice with, and sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. So those are kind of some of the basic moves you want to include in your kata. So I always recommend everybody do a pinyon too. All right, thank you.